Doyle Brunson was born on August 10, 1933 in Fisher County, Texas. He was an exceptional athlete when he was younger, excelling at both track and field and basketball. When it came to track and field, he would definitely be considered as a long-distance runner, setting the school record for the 1 mile at 4 minutes and 43 seconds in 1950. His basketball skills earned him a scholarship to the Hardin-Simmons University in Abilene, Texas. It was during this time that the Minneapolis Lakers showed an interest in drafting Doyle, but a brutal knee injury would stand in his way of ever getting to live out his dream as a professional basketball player. After healing from his injury, he started using a crutch to support himself. Even with the injuries, Doyle managed to earn his bachelor's degree in 1954. He even finished his master's degree just 1 year later in education administration. Unable to play basketball during that time, he started playing poker. His game of choice was 5-card draw. He used the money he earned from playing poker to pay for his medical expenses. After he was done with school, he became a salesman and started to make a decent living for himself. Around the same time, he played in a 7-card stud tournament and won over a month's salary in just a matter of hours. Needless to say, he did not stay with the company long and instead started to pursue a career as a professional poker player. Doyle began playing illegal games in Exchange Street of Fort Worth with one of his friends, Dwayne Hamilton. They were both very much involved in the game until they started traveling all around Texas, Louisiana, and Oklahoma playing at bigger games. During their gaming tour, they met fellow professionals Sailor Roberts and Amarillo Slim. It is important to mention that the illegal games that Doyle was playing at this time were games run by criminals that were usually members of different organized crime teams. Obviously, the rules of the games were not applied or enforced during those games. According to Doyle, he had experienced different episodes where guns were pulled on him and he had been beaten and robbed several times in the course of the games. Hamilton, Brunson's friend, returned to Fort Worth later while the others formed a team and began traveling around as a group, playing and gambling at poker tables, golf, and anything that caught their fancy. The team pooled their finances together for gambling, and after a period of 6 years, they all made their first trip to Las Vegas to play poker. Unfortunately, they lost all their money, which was something in the range of a 6-figure amount. At this juncture, they made up their minds to break up and stop playing poker as partners. Each went his separate way to pursue his goal in life, but they all still remained friends and were regularly keeping in touch for a long time. After this breakup, Doyle Brunson settled in Las Vegas to pursue his poker career. Since the inception of the World Series of Poker in 1970, Brunson has always been a regular player. He played at the main event almost every year, and he has also played at many other bracelet awarding tournaments in the industry. Over the course of his career, he has made some WSOP Championship Tournament event final tables prior to his back-to-back winnings. However, since the event was then a winner-take-all tournament, all his winnings are not regarded as cashes, but the winnings still added up to Doyle Brunson's net worth. In 1978, Brunson single-handedly authored and published Super System, a book resource on poker. This book is considered as one of the most authoritative resource books on poker in the history of the game. This book was credited with espousing poker by offering regular players excellent insight into how professionals in the field of poker like Brunson have played and won in the game. According to Doyle Brunson, this book has cost him a lot of money, not because of what it took to publish the book, but because of the professional techniques he revealed in the book. In 2004, a revised edition of the book Super System 2 was printed. As Las Vegas turned into a booming, multi-billion-dollar empire as it is today, Doyle Brunson was there every step along the way. As poker adapted, so did Doyle. He was always willing to take chances and try new things. He never let the fear of striking out keep him from playing the game. Over the course of his career, Doyle has performed well in a plethora of different competitions. There is no arguing that Doyle's greatest career accomplishment have taken place at the World Series of Poker. Having won over 10 WSOP gold bracelets in total and having cashed out at the WSOP an additional 37 times makes Doyle Brunson one of the competition's top performers. Doyle continued playing at the largest poker games around the world. He played 4,000 or 8,000 limit mixed games at Bobby's Room in the Bellagio. He was also involved in various big-time poker tournaments across the world. He also became the winner of the Legends of Poker WPT tournament event in the year 2004. At this game, Doyle Brunson won a total of $1.1 million as cash prize. Doyle Brunson was the first poker player to have earned $1 million in poker tournaments. He also happened to be one of the 4 players to have ever won multiple times at the main event of the WSOP. He won these games in 1976 and 1977. Doyle is also the first of 6 players to have ever won both the WSOP main event and the World Poker Tour title. In 2004, Brunson established an online poker room called Doyle's Room. This poker room was initially on the platform of the Tribeca Poker Network, but in 2007 was moved to Prima Poker Network. In 2009, Doyle's Room was yet again moved to Cake Poker Network, and in January of 2011, it was moved again to Yathai Network. The online poker room was seized on May 26, 2011 in accordance with the investigation that was carried out based on the suspected violation of online gambling laws by the poker room. After this case, Doyle Brunson totally discontinued his relationship with Doyle's Room. The poker room was later acquired in October of 2011 by America's Card Room. This wasn't the only time that Doyle Brunson would be under investigation, as the Securities and Exchange Commission filed one on December 14, 2005. They were claiming that Doyle Brunson had tried to manipulate the stock price of the WPT enterprise by making a fake tender offer. The SEC was never able to find enough evidence to support their claims, so the charges were eventually dropped. In January of 2006, The Bluff magazine voted for Brunson as the most influential personality in the poker world. He has two different Texas Hold'em hands named after him. The Holding 10 Deuce is also named after him simply because he was the winner of the No Limit Hold'em tournament event during the WSOP in 2 consecutive years with a 10 Deuce both in 1976 and 1977 correspondingly. After that, the 10-2 hand is referred to as 10 Deuce or the Mystic hand, and it's said to bring good fortune to whoever is lucky enough to come across it. The Ace and Queen of any type of suit are also referred to as Doyle Brunson, most especially in Texas. This naming is based on the fact that he mentioned on the page 519 of his book, Super System, that he never plays this hand. In the revised edition of the Super System 2, he reworded the phrase into tries to never play this hand. Doyle Brunson had become a force to be reckoned with in the world of poker, and he has a lot of winnings to attest to this fact. On July 11, 2018, he made the shocking announcement that he was retiring from the poker community in that summer. On the day he made the announcement, he entered the 2018 WSOP $10,000 2-7 single draw event. He came in 6th place at the game, earning a sum of $43,960. Doyle Brunson is a family man. He met his wife in 1959 and got married to her on August of 1962. Louise, Brunson's wife, got pregnant shortly after. However, this joyful news was dimmed when a tumor was discovered on the neck of Doyle Brunson later in that same year. They had to quickly operate on him to take out the cancerous tumor. After the surgery, the surgeon discovered that the cancer has spread and that there would be need for another surgery. The surgeon believed that a surgery would prolong Brunson's life long enough to see the birth of his baby. The surgery was carried out, and thankfully, after the operation, there was no trace of cancer on him. According to Brunson, his healing and cure could only be a miracle born out of prayers of his wife and his friends. Doyle never pressured his son into becoming a professional poker player, but he did give him the tools and resources he needed to get on the right path. Early on in Todd's career, he won a WSOP gold bracelet in Omaha High-Low event. Doyle is very proud of his son and all that he has accomplished so far. Todd Brunson will certainly carry on his father's legacy. Although Todd Brunson seems to get the most attention from the media, Doyle and Louise actually have 2 daughters as well, Doyla and Pamela. Their first daughter, Doyla, passed away when she was 18 due to a heart valve condition. This was a difficult time for the whole family, and Doyle took quite a bit of time from his gambling career to be with his wife and kids after her death. Pamela enjoys playing poker, and although she does not hold any WSOP gold bracelets, she has competed in the WSOP main event several times. Doyle Brunson has made a couple of appearances in the filming industry, having starred in the 2006 documentary No Limit: A Search for the American Dream, and having played a small role in Lucky You in 2007. After 50 years in the field of poker, Doyle has come a long way in the industry. With 10 bracelets having his name inscribed on them, Doyle Brunson's net worth is nothing short of $75 million. After his appearance at the 2018 WSOP, we might not be seeing much of the elder statesman of poker at the WSOP anymore. The 86-year-old veteran says that he can no longer play for long hours. Doyle Brunson was inducted in the Poker Hall of Fame in 1988. This video is powered by Bluff the Spot, the best place to learn how to win at poker from actual high-stake coaches like MMA Sherdog. Check the link in the description. And if you like this video, leave a like, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.